So, sir, some scholars have a difference of opinion regarding paying zakah outside the country and even city. So, if someone lives in Islamabad, for example, Pakistan, there are many poor, deserving people here, but they want to give part of their zakah to Palestine people, for example. But if it doesn't reach due to Israeli forces, the donor may not know. So, is his duty discharged? And can you say if that's recommended and any best organization? Jazakallah.
First of all, it is an issue of dispute whether zakat can be transferred to another country or it must be spent in the same country. And the reason is the hadith of Mu'adh ibn Jabal, may Allah be pleased with him. When the Prophet ﷺ sent him from Medina to Yemen to become a judge, a teacher, and a da'iyah, and he ordered him to call these people of the book to Islam, to do this and to do this. And then when he reached zakat, he told him and informed them that Allah mandated upon them a percentage on their wealth to be taken from their rich and given to their poor. So scholars looked at this hadith and said, this is a clear indication that the zakat should be taken from the rich and given to the poor of the same city, the same country. And usually this is logical because you cannot be a good carpenter fixing people's doors with your own door in your house broken. You have to begin with your own house. Other scholars looked at the hadith and they said, okay, read on and don't stop here. And if you read on, you would find that the companions used to collect the zakat from Yemen, distribute some of it there, and ship the rest to Medina. And in Medina, they would allocate it to those who are in need as well. And they said, this is a clear example that the zakat can be transferred to other countries and towns and cities as long as there is a need for the Muslims. I personally support this latter opinion. And if we are able to send our zakat money to our brothers and sisters in Palestine, in Gaza, it has to be done. And if you give it to a trustworthy organization to the best of your knowledge and ability, what happens to it doesn't matter, because Allah has accepted it the moment you gave it to that organization, and your job is done whether it reaches them or not, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. Is it permissible to give zakat to charity organizations that get relief funds where they provide calamity-stricken people with food or clothes? This is an issue of dispute. The default is that we must give the poor zakat money in cash. And they decide whether they want to buy medicine or pay their rent or pay their bills or buy food. This is up to them, not to our preference. It's not for us to have the zakat money and say, okay, this poor family needs clothes, we'll buy them clothes. Maybe they need something else. So it's not my preference. The default is I have to give it to them in cash. However, some scholars like Sheikh bin Baz, may Allah have mercy on his soul, say that it is permissible to give them items that are not cash, such as food or clothes. And it seems to me, and Allah knows best, and this is my own opinion, that giving it to charity organizations as zakat that we trust and we know that they'll buy food, clothes, and whatever the poor and calamity-struck areas people need, and they're Muslims and they're deserving, if we trust them, I believe that this is permissible, because it is not feasible nor practical to go to such areas that was, for example, flooded with floods, and give them cash money to go and buy food. For them, that would be more burdensome to know where to get the food, and they'll get it with much higher prices. So the vast majority of them would authorize these charity organizations to just get us anything: food, water, clothes, shelter, whatever. We need all of this. And you have full authority to do that. And by doing this, they can buy it as a wholesale cheaper, and they can provide this service to the needy and the poor in a better, convenient way. And Allah Azza wa Jal knows.